Get my geek on, get my geek on.
Quema grasa corporal usando este raro truco.
Lindas esposas te están buscando. ¿En serio?
¿Quieres volverte rico jugando videojuegos?
Slaughter Race es ultra peligroso.
Amigos, bienvenidos a esta entrevista. No sé ustedes, pero cuando yo vi por primera vez Ralph el Demoledor, no podía decir otra cosa que voy a demolerlo todo el tiempo. No sé si los directores conozcan esta frase, pero estoy muy contenta de estar con los creadores de esta secuela. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being
So
here.
did you know that was the way to say it in Spanish?
Say-
Like, voy a demolerlo.
Voy a
Demolerlo. I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop saying that quote like after I saw the first one.
You should do
I'm
the
really
voice.
good.
Yeah,
I should
very
do the
good.
voice.
Well done.
I think it's very interesting that the first movie you went for something really nostalgic, like the arcade, and now you're like jumping into another generation with the Wi-Fi and everything. So why did you took like that huge challenge of getting into the internet? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the first movie was, we both grew up playing arcade games, and so it was very much a love letter to the games we grew up playing. And then we realized times are different now, or 40 years later or
Quite a
whatever.
little bit.
A little bit different.
A little bit different from the arcade days.
So we knew the movie had to become a bigger thing than just the arcade. And what's bigger than the internet? Nothing. So
I know, not even space, I
Internet
think.
2.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, Internet 2.0.
yeah,
I'm working on it right now.
yeah.
So which was like your departure point? Because we have so many apps and so many like Google and eBay and everything. So how did you start to creating this huge world?
Well, it was difficult. You know, it was a big challenge because no one has really depicted the internet quite like this in a movie. You know, there were no examples to look towards, like, oh, how did they do it? You know, we felt like, well, we're kind of the first ones to do this, so we really have to do our homework to really make it feel like something that everyone uses every day, you know. So we do a lot of research on things like this, and we talk to a lot of experts, you know. And the thing about we both thought at the beginning, well, the internet's like a cloud, you know, it's all happening like magic above our heads. And the technicians we talked to said, no.
And their computers and
Yeah,
cables.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is not like a cloud at all, you know. It's
You two are dumb.
Yeah.
I am
It is-
not.
It is computer servers and wires and cables. It's very, very tactile.
Yes.
And that's what really got us, you know, thinking of the world, how it exists right now.
Mira todo esto.
Can you remember the first thing you bought on internet, online? Besides like an airplane ticket, like something?
That is a great question.
Yeah,
Well done.
that's a really good question.
I know-
It had to be something on eBay, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Man, it was a long time ago.
I bought, very recent. I buy a lot of clown paintings on eBay.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
over
you-
200 clown paintings.
That's kind of creepy though.
It's not.
kind of.
Also, that's why there's a clown in the movie.
Don't you judge me.
No,
There is
go
a
ahead,
creepy
judge
clown
him,
on the
please.
movie.
He
I
needs
think
to
it
hear
was
this.
your fault.
There are
He
4
needs to hear
clowns in
this.
the
Okay.
movie.
You like clowns then.
I had to stop at 4. I was like, we're not doing a 5th clown. No.
What you buy lots of toys and
I
things.
used the first things was an old. It was when I was like in 2nd grade. I had this talking Cat in the Hat
Oh,
doll.
cool.
Okay.
You know, like this plush. It was with the string, and I saw it on eBay. It was like when I first went on eBay. I loved that doll when I was a kid. I was like, do they have any of those here? It was like, oh my God,
They
people are
do.
selling them here. So I bought one to
Aw,
replace
you
the
still
one
have
that-
it?
Yeah, I don't have the original one that I had,
Okay.
of course, you know, but I still have that, you know.
You know, like talking about nostalgia, something that really captures my attention on the film is that it's really like psychological, you know, like literally you say things like you have these issues or those
Right,
other issues.
right.
So it's really interesting how you treat the kids that are going to watch the movie as adults, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
incorporating more complex emotions. So why the decision of making this film so mature after all?
Well, we were really emboldened by the work we did on Zootopia,
Yes.
knowing that families and kids are not just able but excited to take on bigger issues than what you might typically see in a family film. And because the internet is a place where someone who's really insecure can get beaten up badly by bullies and things, we felt like it was important for a character like Ralph, who is very insecure, lovable guy, but really has a bit of a hole in his heart, to go through something like that and to have a journey that is relatable to kids who have either been bullied or lost a friend or are trying to navigate their way through a friendship. It's complicated, and I think if we can make a movie that's really funny, but also dealing with something that everyone deals with, then this is what we want from our films, that families can talk to their kids about things like insecurity and depression and bullying and deeper issues, but again, it's all under the umbrella of a fun adventure.
¡Ay, por favor! Princesas y personajes de caricatura, guácala.
Oye.
¡Wow!
Tú vienes con nosotros, niña.
So I have to ask this because I'm a girl who grew up with princesses.
Yeah.
So how did you came up with the idea of bringing all the princesses to the movie? Because it's amazing, one of the best scenes in the film.
Oh, thanks.
You know what I realized? It's like we made a princess movie.
Oh yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
sort of
I
did.
never thought that we'd make
Yeah.
a princess movie. We did it.
We knew that the internet could be anything, everything exists there, and it was a very early. Rich had an idea. What if Ralph took one of those personality quizzes? Are you an Elsa or an Anna? We're like,
My
oh,
dad
that
took
would
the
be
quiz
funny.
now, yeah.
And then it sort of built from there
Oh, okay.
and into this whole thing. It's
Was
gotten-
a
Just
great
to have
idea.
it, because
Thank you.
Penelope is a princess,
Yeah.
you know, of her land, and we thought, well, and people would always ask us, well, is she a Disney princess? You know, is she
Where
one of
does
the
she fit, right?
princesses?
Yeah.
Is she? So I think this was kind of an examination, in a funny way, of how Penelope fits in with the princesses. You know, so
Yeah.
I think
Great.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Es hora. A correr.
¡Ven por él!
¡Regresa a la pista!
¡Aquí no hay pista! ¡Puedo ir por donde quiera!